Captain Whittaker, played by Denzel Washington, performs a miraculous and depth-defying aerial maneuver to recover an uncontrolled dive in this iconic scene from the 2012 movie Flight. About the movie. In this ripping drama, a seasoned airline pilot saves nearly all of his passengers from a mid-air philosophy. But while hailed a hero initially, the assuming investigation unraveled a shocking truth about the flight and the captain himself. Starring Denzel Washington, Cheatham, John Goodman, directed by Robert Ziskett. And so let's go ahead and get into this wonderful clip as Denzel rolls this plane in order to stop this dive. He ends up crash landing, but at the same time, still losing hundreds of people. He only lost six because of his skill flying. And so let's go ahead and get into this clip. And afterwards, I'll come back and give you my commentary. Summary of the movie Flight will take up a veteran commercial airline pilot miraculously lands a malfunctioning plane after an extreme mid-air mechanical failure by flying it upside down. Despite saving almost everyone on board, an official investigation reveals a dark secret that threatens to destroy his life. Plot outline. The miracle landing is what we call it. The crisis. Commercial Flight 227 suffers a catastrophic mechanical failure mid-air, entering a steep dive. The maneuver. Whip stabilized the aircraft by executing a daring inverted barrier roll to level the wings. The crash. He flips the plane back over at the last second, crash landing it safely in a field. The outcome. Only 6 of the 102 people on board died, making Whip an instant national hero. The dog's secret. The addictions. Whip is a severe alcoholic and drug addict who was highly intoxicated during the flight. The investigation. The National Transportation Safety Board, better known as NTSB, launches an inquiry into the crash. The evidence. A toxicology report reveals Whip had a high blood alcohol content and cocaine in his system. The cover up. Whip's union representative and a defense attorney worked aggressively to suppress the toxicology results. The downward spiral. The isolation. Overwhelmed by media scrutiny and guilt, Whip retreated to his late father's farm. The relationship. He forms a bond with Nicole, a recovering heroin addict he met in the hospital. The release. Despite the high stakes of impending hearing, Whip repeatedly fails to stay sober. The climax in confession. The hearing. The NTSB presents evidence showing that the mechanical failure was the primary cause of the crash. The dilemma. The investigators noted that the empty alcohol bottles were found on the plane as Whip if a deceased flight attendant drank them. The truth. Unable to frame his dead colleague, Whip undergoes a crisis of conscience and publicly confesses his alcoholism. The resolution. The prison. Whip is sentenced to prison for flying under the influence. The freedom. Locked away, he finally achieves sobriety and recognized with his entangled son, the legacy. Though no longer a free man, Whip regains his integrity and the respect of his peers. Real life inspiration. Alaskan Airlines Flight 261. The terrifying mechanical breakdown in flight is closely based on the real life tragedy of Alaskan Airlines Flight 261, which occurred on January the 31st, 2000. The mechanical cause, just like in the film, the actual aircraft, a McDowell Douglas MD-80 Valiant, suffers a catastrophic failure of its tail stabilizer jack screw. A total lack of grease caused the mechanical threads to wear off entirely, jamming the mechanism and forcing the plane into a severe, uncontrollably dry dive. The inverted maneuver, real life Captain Ted Thompson and his first officer, Bill Tansky, actually inverted the plane upside down for roughly a minute in a heroic attempt to stabilize the aircraft and regain pitch control. That's a heck of a damn move to invert a commercial airplane. The tragic difference. Denzel Washington character successfully guides the plane down to a crash landing. The real life flight did not recover. Alaskan Air Flight 261 tragically crashed into a Pacific Ocean, killing all 88 passengers and crew on board. Dialogue and verbatim screenwriter John investigated parts of the original cockpit voice recorder CVR transcript directly into the movie script. This includes the intense overhead speaker announcement made by the pilot to the passengers during the crisis. Characters breakdown. Whip Taker, again played by Denzel Washington, a highly seasoned but deeply flawed airline captain. He possesses elite instructional flying skill, but suffers from severe alcoholism and functional cocaine addiction. His entire ARC revolves around a growing inner battle between his public image as a hero and his private reality as an addict. Nicole Magadan, played by Kelly Riley, a young struggling photographer and recovering heroin alcoholic. She crosses paths with Whip in the hospital after surviving an overdose. She served as a intermediate foil to Whip. She actually fights to stay clean and build a stable life, while Whip continuously pushes people away to maintain his downward spiral. Charlie Anderson, played by Bruce Greenwood, Whip longtime friend and a key representative for the Airline Pilots Association, LPA. Charlie aggressively lead the defense effort to protect Whip from criminal prosecution, desperately trying to keep focus on the investigation, purely on the mechanical aircraft failure. Hugh Lane, played by Don Cheadle, fiery, competent, highly malicious defensive brought in by pilots union. Hughes managed to pull off an incredible legal maneuver by successfully getting Whip damning hospital toxicology report entirely suppressed on technicalities. Harry Mays, played by John Goodman, with Reddick a long time and the herring served as the dark comic relief on the film, swooping in when premium cocaine to rapid to rapidly wake whip up right before major media events and legal hearings. Critical reviews and accolades. Box office film was a major financial hit, grossing $161.7 million worldwide against a moderate production budget of just 31 million. Rotten Tomatoes, it holds a strong 77% approval ratings. The critical consensus highly praised director Robert Zemeckis' triumph return to live action filmmaking and Washington powerful character study. Metalcritic scored a 76 out of 100, indicating generally favored and highly competitive with real critical reviews. Awards and nominations. Academy Award Oscar see two premium nominations at the 85th Academy Awards. Best Actor for Denzel Washington and Best Original Screenplay by John Gattens. Golden Globes netted a nomination for Best Actor in a Motion Picture Drama for Washington. Screen Actors Guild SAG earned a Outstanding Leading Actor nomination for Washington. Mixed plot reactions. While renowned film critics like Roger Ebert named it one of the absolute best movies of 2012, real world aviation professionals gave mixed feedback. The addiction aspects, Mary recovery, alcoholism, and psychologists heavily praised the film for offering an intensely raw, completely realistic, and look at the substance abuse in the novel. The industry aspect. The actual Airline Pilot Association explicitly slammed the film premise. They publicly stated that a real-world pilot with extreme level of substance abuse could never survive the rigorous screening of a modern airline. They felt it heavily misrepresented the actual culture and elite safety and professionalism found among commercial pilots. And so, once again, that's going to do it for this episode and review. Again, this is Hollywood Insiders, and I'm your host, John Shaft. Like I always say, if you don't have one of these great movies that we review in your portfolio or movie library, you're really missing out on a treat. Undoubtedly, any movie or film or whatever you want to call it that Denzel plays in is going to be a hit. It's just that simple. 70-year-old, 72-year-old actor has been around a long time, and he is a great and elite actor. And I am proud to call this brother a great patron, down to earth, and a good friend. Like I said, anytime I see him rolling out or rolling in to a movie, I'm on the fast track of trying to go and watch this film, if not live in the theaters. So once again, that's going to do it for this episode. We ask if you would to support the channel simply by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you will know when we are doing a upload. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.